All right, I am back. I have coffee. Um, Another thing I thought I might notice or mention real quick to you guys. Normally, this process would be a lot faster. I'd probably set a timer just so I get it done quicker. However, today I'm taking it nice and easy. I'm kind of experiencing vertigo. I know you may see my pupils jump back and forth every now and then. But yeah, so I'm trying to keep this low stress, trying to explain myself along the way. So this process is a little different than I normally would be. But this is kind of, the end of the beginning of the process. I noticed you guys probably also don't see me using a lot of my gear, my keyboard or my push or my mixer. Um, and that's really because the keyboard and the push I use mostly during the starting phase, and the mixer I use in the end phases. But I heavily rely on those pieces of gear in those parts of it. This part right here is all pretty much just me pointing and clicking and playing around. I may do a little leveling with the mixer, just if anything sounds really out of the way at this point, but I'm not really focused on that. Anyway, I'm going to dive back into it, and let's see where we left off. Look at my nice little notepad here. So we still got to add bottom to snare. I'm going to do that later still. Subtract. Yeah, let's do a little subtracting from the drop. I still feel like there's a lot going on in the mid-range. But just to test that theory, I'm going to throw a tonal balance control on here. And that's a really cool plugin from Isotope. It's part of the, I don't know if it's part of Ozone or if it's O2, N2, I don't know. But yeah, it's comes with the Ozone and Neutron package, one or both, I forget. Which are amazing plugins. I'll go into that another day, but I guess I'm gonna shift my view here for a minute. Just so you can see tonal balance control. Yeah, I know I lost one of my webcams. I got to finish setting up that view. But for now, you guys can see what I'm seeing with my plugin. Okay, apparently I stand corrected. So my low mids aren't the problem. It's my high mids are too busy and too present, and I think a lot of that has to do with the volume at which I'm producing and the Fletcher-Munson curve. Homework, go look that up if you guys want. It's pretty cool. Basically means you hear different frequencies at different volumes in different ways. It actually has more to do with what causes pain at what point in at what volume. Anyway, so as usual, my track is kind of missing the mid bass. I may handle that with some harmonics in the sub. I don't know. We'll listen to the mids later. But I guess I need to back off the high mids a little bit. Actually, I may just do that in mastering. I don't know. But it still something sounds muddy in there during the drop. So I'm going to make it a little less busy. Okay, so I've got my arpeggios going. I say they're arpeggios, it's just because it's using an arpeggiator for a gate, but which I'll show you real quick. Just see arpeggiator, rate, it's gated. Anyway, it's 16th notes and 12th notes, so that you switch between quarters and triplets, kind of getting a little variety. Anyway, I think this is what's causing it, and that's my low funk, which was actually the original sound of the track. We'll solo those. I actually really like the high funk because it is got a compressor on it so that it does exactly the opposite of the arpeggio, so it kind of fills in. However, I'm gonna pop in that compressor. Fix that real fast. Instruments. I'm using Live 8 compressors. I don't know why there's a pop in there. I even have a slow attack or a fast attack. Yeah, maybe it's in the channel. Anyway, not noticeable, not something to worry about in this phase. I'm just gonna try pulling this audio out. It kind of doesn't. I think it just sounds like mud. And that may be because I have it EQ'd, yep, as basically a bandpass in exactly the mud range, which is a 2 to 500 hertz. And you can see I've got the arpeggio fed in, so you can see it in the EQ. Yeah, it sounds like a better range. Let's see if it sounds any less muddy. Okay, so here's the thing. It's muddy there, but I really like it. I really like it at the second part of this. How many bars is that? The last like bar and a half of this 4 bars. And actually, I've already got Evade running on there. How about? So that's what's given. I bet that's where the pop's coming from too. Oh yeah, I kind of like that better than the womp 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 womp. All right, so it looks like that Evade being on there was kind of muddying it up. Yeah, it was just too pumpy with it on there. Probably narrow the EQ a little bit too. Yeah, that's pretty much the range I want. I should just put a bandpass there, but whatever. And you know what I'm going to do? We're going to put that entirely in the side. So I think this works with utility, but I don't know that it works perfectly. I may have to do it. Oh, you know what? I can do it in ProQ. Just do a low cut from the top on the mid side. So we should just hear this in the side channels now. Okay, let's leave a little of it in the mid. Throw a utility on there to monitor. I still want more on the sides. So I'm going to put wider on there, which I usually don't do till the mixing stage, but we're going to try. Which this plugin, Wider by Polyverse, it's Infected Mushroom, is amazing. There we go. Just adds a little phase there so you can hear better. Perfect. Let's see how it sounds in the mix though. Nice. I might want to throw a little width on the ARPs too. You know, there's already a little stereo on that, so I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Yeah, and that really stands out now. It's that low funk channel. I kill that utility because we don't need it anymore. I think I can kill evade because I don't think I want it. Yep, goodbye evade. Which evade is just like LFO tool or any kind of, you know, volume shaper. It just happens to be one that I got recently that I really like. Lets you do all kinds of shaping on like mid side and stuff that the others don't, at least not as easily. So I'm gonna put a spectrum on my master here. It says I'm really low in the low mids, and I get that on a lot of my tracks. I don't know if it's my room, my speakers, or just the way I write music. I guess we'll figure out in the long term. Yep, sure enough, there it is. That's not too far from pink noise. It's a little heavy in the bass, maybe. And it says it's, yeah, it's a little high there. We'll run against pink noise just for reference real quick. This is going to sound like crap, fair warning. So that's kind of what we want it to sound like, or what the curve to look like, you know, just slowly. So we're a little high in this area, a little low in this area. And I'll figure that out later. And that could just be like I could throw in vocals or something cool. So, you know what? Let me make sure I'm recording. I'm pretty sure I'm recording. Yeah, we're recording. Yeah. So back to where we were. I'm almost think I can just fix that with lower bass harmonic. So why don't we throw a little harmonics, a little distortion on our bass. Just something simple. We're just going to use the saturate. Normally I do something a little fancier here, but I'm just going to use saturator so you guys can see it. And maybe I can go back later and... So soft clip on this because we are adding distortion. I'm not going to color it. I do like the DC. I don't know why. Whatever, it does something with the harmonics that I like. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah, and a spectrum would be good. So we can see what we're doing to it. I got a lot of harmonics in the end there, just not at the start. Let's just try a soft sine. Oh, you know, the other thing we could do. All right, we'll do this, and then maybe we'll add a harmonic EQ, which is really cool. That way we can get just the harmonics, the early harmonics, and not the end ones. See these new harmonics we're adding right there with the overdrive. All right, let me look at my sub level, make sure we're still... Whoops, that Teddy Killer bass thing right there is really blowing through. It's 18? Yeah, it's 18. Here we go. We're going to do a little adjusting real quick. I don't want it quite as loud as my kick, which is at 6 dB, but I want it a little louder than the sub just because it's kind of a splash. So like I'm aiming for, like, if you look right here, I'm looking for like a 10 dB peak. $996, I'll take. But now I need to take that out so I can get the yeah, so 12. That kind of has that nice old breaks kind of harmonics there. Yeah, 11.9, sure, maybe 12 is perfect, but we don't have to be perfect. Just kidding, we'll be perfect. that's what it is. It's okay. And it's going on that high pitch. It's knocking it up a bit. A bit. I can almost just throw a limiter. Oh wait, I've got a limiter on this. It's a soft clip. I think the issue is it's not clipping. That's fine. And you know what? I'll put a limiter on that later. And you know, despite that, my tonal balance control still says I'm lacking in low mids except when I'm talking. All right. So I can't tell a huge difference there, but I'm also using pretty wide frequency monitors, so and I'm also using KRKs, which are notoriously not so awesome in that area, sadly. So maybe you guys can hear that difference. Basically, shittier speakers should sound a little better. Or a little more harmonic. Let me rephrase that. That snare is really popping out now. Goodbye. That saturation I think is too much. I'm just gonna pull it for now. Either way, the goal was to make this less busy, and I think that EQing I did on the that synth did it for me. Far away on that though, because I want it to walk away as we get towards this second part of the drop. Again, this far away patch is awesome. Find a way to get it. Find a legit way to get it. Support the author. Yeah, it says TWD, so it's the weekly download. You guys could totally pay $5. Go get this off of Producer Dojo or Producer DJ or wherever the weekly download is part of the Producer Dojo. So, all right, so this is going to go away. Yep, just like that. And you know what? I think I'm going to group these and make both of them go away. Perfect. And we're going to do the same on the other two. Show me my automation. You know what? I'm going to actually far away on this too. And that's just so that they kind of have the same reverb setting, because it kind of sounds like there's a difference there to me at least. You know, that actually sounds like it's missing some high ends. And it's not just because I've got them rolled off, it's because the harmonics just aren't there. So this sounds like a job for OTT. Put it after our Pro Q, since that's where the cutoff is. There we go. Oop, there's a little resonant there. Ooh, gotta cut that one out. So we're gonna need another EQ real quick to de-harsh. Do probably a quick seek and destroy here. Probably in the harsh range, I'm guessing. So we'll start at 2.5K. Oops, not dynamic. Make it nice and sharp. So this is gonna get freaky loud and like a resonant area, so fair warning. we go. That's a little less harsh on our ears. Basically, yeah, it was right at about 2.5K, just because you guys can't see that. Here, I'll go ahead and show it. Flip screens real fast. Okay, so yeah, I just made a little cut here after finding that little resonant peak, and then I added a little extra dynamic cut. But yeah. So it just kind of has that nails on a chalkboard sound. Now it has a little less of it, that's all. All right, I'm gonna switch this back. Okie doke. So yeah, I think we got the drop is less busy. Where's that? Oh, add some resonance to the second drop. Yeah. So specifically right here, we need to add, we're going to add my notch LFO trick. So I've got this notch filter LFO that I built. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to put it before the far away and after OTT. So as you can see, it's just an LFO with a notch and some setting. And obviously it's going way too fast for what we're looking for. We're going to just change this to Hertz mode. Raw, nice and slow. Let's change it to a tighter notch, a little slower, and then we'll figure out the depth and offset here in a second. Still feels like it's moving a little much there in the highs, so a little less depth, a little less offset. Let's try and end it, yeah. A little movement without being too much. I'm actually gonna try setting it to like 2 bars. Make that 4 bar. Still think it needs to be a little sharper. And I like it. So we're going to leave it like so. But do we want it there in the breakdown? That's the question. Oh yeah, that definitely brings it a little more to the foreground with that movement. I like it. So yeah, getting this notepad down to a whole lot less. Fix break. I think we did that already. Double check, make sure I did it on the drop, or the second drop rather. I'm sitting here typing in my notepad trying to turn automation off. Okay. Yep, I think I fixed the break everywhere. However, that's a different kick than signature kick 1. Ruh-roh. Let's fix that. Doop. Wait, was it 7 or 1? Looks like 1, 1, 1. What the heck? Kill those flams. Actually, we're just going to remove those notes. Wait a minute. That's too weak. No more acoustic flam. This is an outro. We don't need fills there. Yep, I like that. All right, so I'm going to say those are fixed. Less busy outro. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. We don't need percussion clicks. I don't think we need any of these. I don't see any cowbells, which, I'd keep the cowbell because every song needs more cowbell. But I do want more splashes. Actually, let me see what automation I've got on there. Nothing. Maybe I got some on the group. Yeah, we got something. It goes all the way up to 120, which is way above that frequency. So I think we said that stopped at 70 because we pulled the saturator off. Yep. Actually, I'm going to pull. I mean, I know this is, we're running at 96K, so The Nyquist frequency on this is actually different than this spectrum, but we're still getting weird stuff over 10K. So, I mean, that's just taking up headroom. So I'm just going to EQ that out. And I'm pretty sure, like, I think even... All right, I'm gonna check the harmonics, but I'm guessing a 250K roll off is more than enough. I could probably do a 120K roll or a 140K roll off. All right, what is that? That's 187. There's a harmonic there. Yeah, okay, if I cut it off at 250, that's the highest harmonic, but I don't even think I'm gonna need that. 250. Whatever, I'm just gonna hard code that one. 250 high cut. Wow, that just introduced more harmonics. What the frick? Oh, no, it didn't. Let's put that before spectrum. Look at those little things. I wonder if that's from the phase. Let me try linear phase on that. Nope, no difference. Natural phase. Man, that is a lot of top-end harmonics in there. I just want them gone. We're gonna use brick wall. Which, I mean, you can see it hidden, but man, it's still coming through. Why? I guess nothing can be done about that. We're just gonna do like a 30 dB. And I mean, just so you guys see exactly what this cut looks like, I'm gonna show you this. So, I mean, we got a 30 dB cut right here. This thing should just knock right off, but see all those harmonics that are still, you guys see those harmonics that are still getting through? It's crazy. But yeah, even if I brick wall this, and this is a crazy and surprisingly transparent thing of Q3, but check this out. I mean, it's still there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna change that back to a 30 dB cut and pretend it's good enough. And then I'm going to take a quick break, but I'll be back again.